Good evening, football fans, and welcome to Corbett Stadium, Mitchell Field, on the campus of Russell County High. It's high school football here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. I am so happy to be here. I've got a special guest with me. I know he's excited as well. He is a Russell County alumni and the current head baseball coach of the Carver Tigers, Coach Michael Long Jr. Welcome to the broadcast.
Man, thank y'all for having me, man. This is a dream of mine to be able to broadcast a game. I'm a big football fan, and to be able to do this at a school where I once went to, man, I'm excited, and I can't wait for the matchup. I think it's going to be a great game.
It's the Valley Rams taking on the Russell County Warriors. It's homecoming. What we are going to do, they're going to play the national anthem, and we will have the start of this game here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Corbett Stadium, Mitchell Field. Richard Holdridge, Michael Long Jr., the head baseball coach of the Carver Tigers. You know, we were talking in the break. I know right now your Carver Tigers are up on Columbus 20-0. That's a huge region game. They're trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Right now, Thrift Behringer and Rick Beach are up at Harris County as Harris County is taking on Sandy Creek. Sandy Creek is leading in that game 7-0. We're down here at Russell County. You know, Russell County did play Harris County to start the season. This Russell County team is 0-4, but they have been fighting hard. And, you know, they have been in some close games. Those first 2 games of the season, they could have easily won those games.
Yes.
And, you know, they did lose to Carver Montgomery. They're in a very tough region. But I've been impressed with the play of their junior quarterback, Bryson Riggins. He threw 5 touchdown passes against Wetumpka last week in a 52-36 loss. But that is the testament to show that this Russell County team is capable of putting up big numbers, and it starts with that offense. Head coach Dylan Griggs, his 3rd season at Russell County. I was here for it all, Coach. Here in 2021 as the public address announcer, we witnessed history. They went 6-4. That was their best record in 30 years, and they really put people on notice because they knocked off Smith Station, a 7A school, in the opening day.
Yeah. And man, one thing that I like with Coach Griggs and what he's done, he's really he's brought a quality program to Russell County, something that Russell County hasn't seen in a long time. You mentioned they went 6-4. That was his first year, right? 6-4 in the first year. That was the first time they had won 6 games since the 90s.
Exactly.
So for him to come in year 1 and do that, and each year you got to think about it. They haven't made the playoffs yet, but it's coming. It is coming, and I know that Coach Griggs is putting a great product on the field, and I'm interested to see them in this game against a quality opponent.
The captains for Russell County is number 4, Chris Ross, and number 67, Derek Sanders, as the band is still out on the field as we are getting ready. We are moments away here from Russell County and Valley. You know, these two teams were at one time rivals in the same region. After the reclassification, Valley went down to 5A. Now, Valley missed the playoffs last year, but they have a very special quarterback. He is a 3-year starter. Cam Dooley, he is electric. I've saw him both times. The 2 times that Russell County played Valley, they were both close games. Russell County did beat Valley in 2021 up in Valley. And then last year it was a very close game. I remember in the half, Jay Harper got a pick 6, one of the top corners in the state of Alabama. So Valley does have a lot of talent, but this is a 5A school going up against a 6A school, and depth could be a factor for Russell County as they try to get their first victory of the season.
It definitely can be a factor. You know, you got to think about it. When you look at those higher classifications, naturally they're going to have more depth in each position. And you got to think about it, when some teams who are at a lower classification run out of that depth and they get into that 3rd and 4th quarter where they're trying to just get these guys and they're gassed, you have some guys on those higher classifications that you can just throw them out there for a series or 2, and that can change the dynamic of the ball game. So I'm interested to see exactly how Russell County just plays this game out and just see how much they utilize their depth.
The captains for Valley is number 8, Tylen Carell, number 45, Logan Seymour, number 1, Cam Dooley, and it looks like as we try to get the other captain, we'll get his name as they're doing the coin toss right now, and we will be underway moments from now. It is homecoming behind us. They're just throwing a big party over there with all the tents. Were you able to stop by the tents and check it out?
I wasn't able to stop by. I actually got some family down there that have told me that it is absolutely amazing over there. If you look over there, I mean, it is a family affair around here at Russell County. And I mean, I think that these players are going to feed off of the energy that they see out here in the stands tonight.
Well, we'll have plenty of time to talk about your baseball coaching career at Carver, also coaching for the Columbus Chattahoochee under head coach Steve Smith, who's also the athletic director at Calvary Christian. But you're also a big football fan.
I am.
And I know that I'm excited that you're able to join me here on the broadcast. And you were also a celebrity guest for High School Game Day.
Yes, sir.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
And we get to have a doubleheader like we did in week 1 as Thrift Manager and DJ Jones did the Heritage Bowl, Carver and Spencer. Myself and Rick Beach did Harris County and Russell County as Harris County did win it on a walk-off field goal. I mean, it was heartbreaking for Russell County. It was a big win for Harris County. And then Russell County took on Stanhope Elmore. They had a chance to win that game. But Robert Calhoun did throw an interception. Stanhope Elmore won that game. Took on a very tough Carver Montgomery team, and they lost 34-6. And then they showed some signs of improvement last week against Wetumpka. A huge road contest. Wetumpka came in here last year and won the game 49-7. And so to have Bryson Riggins throw 5 touchdowns, he's already passed for over 600 yards this season. Wow. I expect some big things out of the offense for Bryson Riggins and their dual running backs. Kelston Popcorn, Tarver, and Devin Brown. rushing. And Devin Brown has got 155 yards. The leading receivers for Russell County is Jamari Burnett and Denver Harper. You know, they got some young receivers. Denver Harper, a junior. Jamari Burnett is a sophomore.
Wow. That is big. That's big. And going forward for Russell County, having those younger guys in there right now, getting the experience, that's big for them going forward. And I remember during the game day segment, Coach Griggs mentioned that they have a lot of guys coming back. They're not going to graduate a lot of guys. So I think that he understands that they may be going forward now. I think that he understands going forward they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
It looks like the fans from Valley, Alabama has made the trip down to the county. Valley in the Chattahoochee Valley. Their longtime rival is Lynette. It's on the other side of the river if you go up to West Point. It's in Chambers County. The Valley Rams, what they're known for, and their defensive coordinator is the head basketball coach, Marshawn Harper, who took the Valley Rams and won a state championship and went undefeated. And we talked about these smaller schools. You got a lot of coaches that are dual-hatted. They're coaching in multiple sports. And so you do have a lot of athletes from that state championship basketball team that's playing on the Valley football team. Valley comes into this game 3-1. Russell County is 0-4. They're trying to get their first win. And how fitting would it be to get a win here in front of all these fans here on homecoming?
Yes. You mentioned that their DC is their also their head basketball coach, and there's a lot of guys from that basketball program that's on this team. That is definitely a testament to their success. They have that championship pedigree. So it's interesting to see what it's going to look like. Here we got a kickoff here.
And it's underway, and it's fielded really close. Noah Sterling. That looked like it might have been an onside kick, but Russell County's going to get great field position.
That's a good job by Sterling there to just smother that ball and make sure that they keep possession of the football there.
Yes, and he is definitely on the hands team. This is going to get an opportunity to see Bryson Riggins. He is the junior quarterback who did throw for 5 touchdowns against Wetumpka last week. He is in shotgun. He got trips to the near side. He's trying to get the count. Kelston Tarver in the backfield. The wideouts, Denver Harper and Jamari Burnett. As we get ready, ball on the 37-yard line. Here comes Riggins, and we're going to get a pre-snap penalty.
One thing I'm interested in seeing, Richard, is I want to see how fast their offense gets started. I want to see how well they get everybody involved, especially in high school. If the more the guys you get involved, the more that the defense tries to key on, one guy, you're opening somebody up. So I'm interested to see what they do here.
Well, it's going to be a false start on Russell County. It's going to back them up 5 yards. It's a 1st and 15. Bryson Riggins. The handoff to Tarver. Spin move. Tarver breaks a tackle, and he gets a couple of yards. He gets something out of nothing. It looked like it was a tackle for a loss in the backfield. He's able to get a couple yards.
It's actually pretty big. You got to think about it. He got contact very early after the handoff exchange, so for him to get a few yards there is really big, and let's see what they do here.
Well, Russell County likes to go fast. They run the RPO very well. That's what the Valley coaches were talking about in several articles, that they got to stop the RPO for Russell County because they do have backs that are able to catch the ball out of the backfield, and they got some good receivers that like to get them in slants. Well, here we go. Burnett in shotgun, throws over to the sideline. Denver Harper, he makes the grab, and he gets tackled out of bounds at the 40. That's going to set up for a 3rd and long for Russell County. This is an opportunity for the Valley defense to get a 3 and out and get the ball back.
That'll be big for their defense. That's a tone setter, in my opinion, to just be able to get a quick 3 and out, get your offense on the field, and try to score early.
It's going to be a 3rd down and 10 as the first down yard mark is at the 49. And this is where Bryson Riggins can test that arm. He does pass for over 600 yards. He's the type of quarterback that can throw the football. All right, he's got a bunch to the far side. He's going to roll to his left. Riggins throws, and it is just out of the reach of Noah Sterling. He was wide open. If he got him on target, I think that Sterling would have been gone for 6, but
Definitely.
Valley gets a 3 and out and forces Russell County to punt.
I actually like that play call there. You had a bunch set. So as a defensive player, it's kind of confusing out of a bunch set. I think that Sterling was definitely wide open. Just a little bit more touch on that ball is definitely going to be a big play.
Tyleen Carell back to receive this punt. It's a very short punt that takes a friendly Russell County bounce, and it keeps rolling, and it rolls out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And that is where the Valley offense will start. We talked about Cam Dooley. He is a dual threat quarterback. He's got 6 touchdowns. He's got a quarterback rating of 102. He's passed for 410 yards in 4 games, but he also has got 146 yards rushing. He's the type of quarterback. He's got 4 rushing touchdowns, 6 passing touchdowns. He's the type of quarterback that you got to watch out for. You got to have a QB spy to make sure you force him to throw the football.
And that's the thing. That's the thing for Russell County's defense. You're definitely going to want to key on him and spy him. But the thing is, you don't want to give up a big play early. So be careful.
Dooley, the handoff is to Carell. Carell with an open lane, and Russell County a good job getting the tackle. Carell with a burst of speed, and that tackle is made by Eldrick Page. And we got a 6-yard gain by Tylen Carell, who has got over 500 yards rushing on the season. We're going to bring up a 2nd down and 4. Dooley in the shotgun, a man in motion. The fake, handoff to Carell. He's got an open lane. He gets a block. Still on his feet, spin move, and he's pushing the pile, and he gets into Russell County territory. He's down at the 47.
We do have a flag. We do have a flag.
We have a flag. Let's see what the call is. At times like this, the play call might be holding.
Yes.
There was a ton of room down the middle, and usually that's a holding call.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's holding here.
Illegal formation.
It's illegal formation. Okay, so we're going to back them up.
We're going to back them up.
Going to redo it. We are going to redo this play. Now, this is a doubleheader. I love doubleheaders. We got Harris County and Sandy Creek, the other game going on right now. Thrip Behringer and Rick Beach of Kutsu Sports is calling that game. Richard Holdridge, Michael Long Jr. here on the call for Russell County, taking on Valley. And we are tied 7-7 in the 2nd quarter, Harris County and Sandy Creek.
Oh, wow. I think that game over there is definitely going to be a down to the wire type game.
Oh, absolutely. All right, 2nd down and 9. Dooley back to pass, feeling the pressure, and it is out of reach, incomplete. That was intended for Jay Floyd. Almost got picked off by Noah Sterling. We called his name a couple of times here on the broadcast. Yeah. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9.
I would have loved to have seen him stay on his feet on that, because I think if he stays on his feet, that's a pick. And this is a big 3rd down right here for Russell County.
And you can hear the crowd get behind the Russell County defense. Dooley back to pass, feeling the pressure.
That pressure.
Evades out of the pocket, still on his feet. He's going to try to run for the 1st down, and he has got it. He had an open lane, and that's the threat. And then we
got 2 flags out.
Late flag out of bounds. That's the threat you have.
Yes.
When Cam Dooley gets out of the pocket and he's able to use his legs to gain yardage for the 1st down. But we'll see what the penalty is.
That's the main reason why you have to keep a spy on him, because he can make things happen with his feet. He sees nothing's open, he has a lot of space, and he's able to run for a 1st down there.
Dead ball, personal foul.
Yeah, it's going to be a late hit out of bounds on Russell County. They're going to tack on 15 yards. That's going to move Valley into Russell County territory. But that was a huge play by Valley.
Yes.
Russell County had him in a 3rd and 9. Dooley was able to move to his right and get the yards with his legs. But that late hit out of bounds, 15 more yards, and you hate to see that if you're a Russell County defense.
Especially because that actually flips the field. They're in plus territory now.
And off to Correll. Correll, and that he makes that look easy. A big 5 yards by Tylen Correll. As Marcavius Yancey with the stop. And he did get about 6 yards on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 4.
One thing I think Russell County is going to definitely have to try to do is they're going to have to try to limit those 5 to plus plays. Try to keep them within 5 to give yourself a chance.
Exactly. 2nd and 5, Dooley, the handoff to Correll once again, and on a big tackle by number 5, William Valentine, the anchor of this defense, but it sets up a 3rd and short. And this is definitely 4-down territory for Valley. Anytime you got 3rd and short. When you run the ball on a 2nd and long or 3rd and long, you're telling the defense you're going to try to pick up the 1st down in 2 plays.
Exactly.
Well, this is a 3rd and 1. Dooley in the shotgun. He's got 3 wide receivers. And he's going to keep it himself. Dooley gets through the middle of the hole and he picks up the 1st down. That was, I'm going to take it myself and I'm just going to use my blockers and I'm going to pick up the 1st down. That's just an athlete saying, I'm going to take it myself. We see that a lot with Jalen Hurts for the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah.
We do, and I think that, honestly, that's probably the best play call you can have in that situation. It's 3rd and 1, give it to your playmaker. It's going to be hard to stop him within 1 yard.
Ball is at the 34. There's an RPO. There's a pass. What a deflection by Trey Gray.
I think we're going to have a little pass interference on that one.
Okay, he might have got the jersey, but I thought it was a good defensive play by Trey Gray.
I think it was too, Richard. I think that, honestly, me personally, I think that he was there on time with the ball. I think, in your opinion, what you said, it might have been him holding on to that jersey to get that penalty.
It was a boom play, but it is going to be pass interference on Trey Gray, and it's going to be another 1st down for Valley. Valley comes into this game 3 and 1. Russell County is 0 and 4. Valley's only loss was to Hanley to start the season, but they did beat their arch rival Lynette and beat Beauregard in overtime.
Wow. That's 2 big wins right there for them.
Huge. I think that Valley is a team that can make the playoffs in 5A.
I agree.
And we're going to get a timeout on the field. With that, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors, as we have Alliance Specialty Contractor. We have Happy Hour Bar and Grill, the Columbus Lions, the longest tenured franchise in Columbus. They've been doing arena football since 2006.
They just got a new coach.
Yeah, Damien, the Nighthawk Dales, also a defensive backs coach for the Carver Tigers.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I actually got a chance to talk to him a few weeks ago, and we talked a little bit about the Lions, and he's excited to take on that program, and I think he's going to do great things. The Lions have had several outstanding seasons, and I think he's just going to continue that under his regime.
And Coach Long, you're part of I guess you could call them a professional team in Columbus. You're part of the coaching staff for the Columbus Chattahoochee.
Yes, sir. And I want to give a shout out to Coach Steve Smith. He gave me the opportunity to come on the staff, and I'm internally grateful for him and all of the love he's given me since we've met.
Oh, and Dooley gets
that is a big stop
for a loss.
That's a big stop.
That play did not go as planned after the timeout for Valley. Loss of 2 on the play. That's going to set up a 2nd and 12.
For your defense in Russell County, that's exactly what you want to see after a timeout. You want to see your defense get a stop on 1st down and actually push them back a few yards.
2nd down and 12. Ball is on the 21-yard line. Dooley, he's got trips to the near side. 4 wide receivers. Dooley steps up, throws. It is caught, and he gets close to the 1st down. That was a great catch by Jaden Thomas.
Pass complete to number 4.
That was about a 10-yard gain. That's gonna bring up a 3rd and short. About a 3rd and 2.
Russell County has not been able to stop Valley on 3rd down yet. Let's see if they can get a stop here and force a field goal.
Exactly. Valley is 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions. This is a big 3rd down for Russell County's defense. Dooley in the shotgun. Hand off to Correll. Correll busts through that hole and he gets churning the pile and he gets to the 4-yard line. Picks up another 1st down. Make that 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. And Valley is just knocking on the doorstep of the Russell County end zone.
Going forward in this game, Russell County is going to have to stop Valley on 3rd down possessions.
Dooley to Correll, and Correll churning the pile, but a great tackle by Eldrick Page to keep him for no gain. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Ball carrier tackled by a host of Warriors. Slight gain on the play brings up 2nd and goal.
We have a score update. Harris County leading Sandy Creek 14-7.
Wow, that's actually big. And with that being a home game for Harris County, I said it earlier, I think that they're going to feed off their crowd. It's going to be a lot of energy in that game. I think that at the end result, if Harris County is on top, you can definitely say that their fans are going to have a big part in that.
Absolutely. Dooley rolls to his right. He's got an open lane. He's headed to the end zone. He slides. Did he get in? Yes, touchdown Valley. Cam Dooley takes it in himself, and Valley strikes first here in this game. Dooley had a good block. He found the open lane. He slid kind of awkwardly,
yes,
but he was able to break the plane and score the touchdown. And yet another rushing touchdown for Cam Dooley. Give him 5 on the season.
I think that Russell County had a guy that could have possibly redirected him. I think he took the wrong angle, which led into that block. So, we got a miss. We got a miss.
So Valley leads Russell County 6-0 with 5:29 left to go here in the 1st quarter. We'll be right back. You're watching Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. Richard Holdridge, Michael Long Jr. here in Russell County. We'll be right back.
They're on.
Welcome back to Corvette Stadium, Mitchell Field. Richard Holdridge, Michael Long Jr. as Valley leads Russell County 6-0 as Russell County back out on offense. So far, Valley's offense was able to move the ball down the field, but they took advantage of a 15-yard penalty that extended a drive. Valley has been 3 for 3 on 3rd downs.
I don't think Russell County played bad on defense in that first possession. I think that they just need to limit the mistakes. The penalties cost them, of course, and then just not being able to get that stop on 3rd down. But I'm interested to see exactly how they strategize this second possession on offense.
Bryson Riggins over to Popcorn Tarver, and he gets an easy 6 yards on that play, a spin move. And there's a reason why they call him Popcorn Tarver. He just pops out of the backfield and he'll just go wherever he needs to go, because when he was a freshman last year, he was an amazing running back for running back Drew Pickett, who's now at Wake Forest. Riggins in the shotgun, trips to the near side. Riggins, the handoff to Tarver. Tarver busts through the lane and he picks up the 1st down. 2 quick runs to Popcorn Tarver. He's able to get the first down. Russell County's moving the football.
Those are 2 really big runs, as you mentioned. And then one thing that I like, he's getting good yards after contact. He's not just getting hit and falling down. He's still pushing to get everything he can get out of that down.
First down, ball at the 50-yard line. Russell County trailing Valley 6-0 in this game. Riggins in the shotgun. He's going to drop back. He's feeling the pressure, and he gets taken down for the sack. A huge sack on the play by number 15 for the Valley Rams. That was Hezekiah Avery, the sophomore middle linebacker. His first sack of the game, and that puts Russell County behind the 8 ball on this second down.
Riggins just didn't have enough time there. The backer got there really quickly, but I think that let's see what they do on this next down right here and see if they can get some of those yardage back.
Trips to the far side. Riggins feeling the pressure. Running back screen to Tarver. Tarver trying to get that block. He could not. And it was taken down. A big loss on the play by Tylen Carroll, who's also playing middle linebacker for Valley. This is going to be a big third down for Russell County.
Harper, number 56 on the offensive line, he has to pick that block up. If he picks that block up, they'll definitely get plus yardage on that possession right there.
Ball on to the 40. It's a 3rd and 19 for Russell County. Definitely a passing situation that they could get. They don't have to get all of it back here, but they could try to flip the field as Harper goes to his right and is caught. What a catch! He's right at the sticks. Great catch by
that's going to be close.
Harper. Oh yeah, that's right on the 40-yard line. Riggins rolled to his right, found Denver Harper open in the flat, and
4th and 1.
it's going to be a 4th and 1, and I believe Russell County's going to go for it.
Oh, no doubt. You got to go for it.
The offense is still on the field. They're going to go for it.
I think this is a great call by Coach Griggs. I would be aggressive. Be aggressive early. Try to, take that play, build off that momentum, and see if you can get the first down. Let's see what they do.
Riggins in the shotgun. Riggins, hand off to Tarver. Tarver's got an open lane. Tarver gets close, forward progress. Does he have it? I think that he was very close, but I think Valley stopped him. He had an open lane. It looked like he had forward progress, but he is inches short, and it's going to be a turnover on downs.
One thing that I think he could have done, I think he had an open lane. He should have cut a little bit earlier to possibly get that first down. I still think that young man is running his hardest right now. He was hard to get down regardless, but I don't disagree with the play call. I don't disagree with going for it on 4th down, but you definitely need to get a stop out of your defense right now.
Valley's defense stops Russell County for a second time. It's Cam Dooley and that Valley offense out on the field with good field position, leading 6-0 in this game here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Richard Holridge, Michael Long Jr. as Cam Dooley under shotgun. I formation, the handoff to Corral, and he gets taken in the backfield. What a tackle by Cameron Reese for a loss on the play.
That's exactly what their defense needs right now. You need to get a stop. You need to get them a loss of yards. I want to see exactly what they can do from here.
That defense has got to play aggressive, and it's a loss on the play. They'll bring up a 2nd down and 12 for Valley. Christopher Ross is to the near side. He's got 3 wide receivers. Dooley back to throw, steps up, throws. What a catch by, looks like number 3, C.J. Chambly. And it's going to be a first down for Valley.
That's a great job by Chambly there, making sure he's looking to see if he can get to the sticks. He's right there at the first down marker. He was close. It's still short. But that's a great play, especially after losing yards on 1st down.
Yeah, so he did come up short on that. It looked like from our angle that he did pick up the first down.
Exactly.
But his foot was out of bounds before he crossed the marker. So it is a 3rd and 1. Dooley in the shotgun. He's going to take it himself. And he finds the open hole, and he picks up the first down for Valley.
Again, that's another 3rd down. play where they're giving it to their playmaker on offense. I don't disagree with that. If it's 3rd and short, I'm giving him the ball and I'm saying, go get us a first down.
And that's exactly what they did on that play is Cam Dooley. And the Valley offense is 4 for 4 on 3rd down conversions. Ball is at the 44-yard line in Russell County territory. 1:30 left to go here in the first quarter. Dooley in the shotgun. He's got 4 wide receivers.
Oh!
He fumbles the snap. Dooley's going to pick it up, and he falls on it. But it was a huge loss on the play, a loss of 6.
Loss of 7 yards.
And Valley was fortunate that Dooley was able to fall on the ball. Otherwise, that could have been an easy scoop and score for Russell County.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. There was a lot of Russell County Warriors over there by that ball. Luckily, Dooley was able to fall on it.
2nd down and 17.
Russell County has to force a long 3rd down play. They need to get a stop right here.
4 wide receivers. Dooley in the shotgun. Dooley back to pass. Feeling the pressure. Evades out of the pocket. Throws on the run, and then throws it out of bounds. Incomplete.
That's
like you mentioned. This is going to set up for a long 3rd down, a 3rd and 17.
For Russell County, this is exactly what you need. You need to just make sure that they do not get that to that 1st down marker right here.
3rd and 17 for the Valley Rams.
I'm interested to see if they put a guy, maybe send a guy on a blitz or maybe send a guy on the edge to try to give Dooley some pressure to force maybe a bad throw or maybe just force him to hold on to the ball long enough to where you can get to him and sack him. I'm interested to see what they do right here.
I'm interested to see if they'll leave the cornerbacks on an island. But here we go, 3rd and 17. Dooley back to throw. He's going to air it out. Long throw, and that is caught.
We do have a flag back here by the line of scrimmage.
Maybe it was a free play, and that's why he aired it out.
I don't know. It may have been a false start. I think one of these receivers left a little bit early, but I could be wrong, but let's see.
Well, that was a good catch by C.J. Chambly as Dooley and Chambly were playing pitch and catch.
You're right.
Looks like it's coming back.
Out. Illegal shift.
Yeah, it's a legal shift on Valley. It's going to back him up 5 more yards, and now we'll have a 3rd and 22. Can Russell County's defense get Valley off the field? Already trailing 6-0 in this game. 38 seconds.
And for Valley, you kind of showed your hand right there because I got a feeling you was thinking about going deep to try to get that 1st down on 3rd down before. Now you've kind of showed Russell County exactly what you may be thinking about doing, and now you're further back. So let's see what you dial up here.
Ball at the 43-yard line on this 3rd and 22.
If I'm the DB coach for Russell County right now, I'm telling you, you got to make sure you keep your guy in front of you.
Especially since the 1st down marker is right on the 34-yard line. I mean, that's a long way to go. If Dooley is able to air it out, those DBs for Russell County has just got to be there to swat it away or go for the interception. I'm wondering if Russell County does bring pressure here on this 3rd and 22. Keep everything in front of you. Here we go. And they do feel the pressure, and he just dumps a pass to Correll. Correll gets some open space. He gets some of those yards back. It will not be a 1st down, but this sets up an interesting decision for Valley and their head coach, Adam Hunter.
And it looks like they're going to punt, Richard.
They're going to punt it away.
Play brings up 4th and 7.
I don't know. This is no man's land. I would go for it here, but they're going to play. Coach Hunter's going to play conservative. They're going to pin Russell County back deep.
Exactly. Trust your defense. Trust your defense in this situation. It's early. You can just try to pin Russell County deep here and force them to go the length of the field.
Denver Harper back to receive this punt, but not before a timeout. Well, at the end of the first quarter, you got Valley leading Russell County 6-0. Richard Holdridge, Michael Long Jr. here on the broadcast on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be back with the start of the second quarter. Don't go anywhere. It's Russell County, Valley here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Your auto insurance one-stop shop is the Dan Menifee Insurance Agency. Get the convenience of buying insurance over the phone, along with the comfort of having a local agent when you need it. We represent over 40 of the top companies in the industry. We'll find the policy that's the best fit for you. We can insure anyone. Get more than just the lowest quote. Get the best insurance for your family. The Dan Menifee Insurance Agency. Let our 30 years of experience help you. Call us today.
Oh,
Start the
fake.
second
Oh, my
quarter.
goodness.
And that play, little out of the reach.
Valley attempting fake punt.
I'm actually not surprised that they did that, because I actually was thinking there could have been a fake there.
They did a fake punt.
Because you got to think about it. That whole first drive on third down and third and short or fourth and short, they went for it. They didn't punt. So I'm not surprised of the call, and it was just out of reach.
Well, let me reset for everybody that was watching. That faked us out up in the broadcast booth. We were trying to bring it back to start the second quarter, and I looked up, and yeah, it was a fake punt. A little out of the reach of number 11 on the play, Ty Kelvin Carell, but there we go. Russell County has the ball. Kelston Tarver gets about 5 yards. They'll bring up 2nd and 5.
That's a really good run by Tarver there.
Ty Kelvin Carell is related to Ty Lynn Carell. That's the running back. You got a tight end, number 11, Ty Kelvin Carell from Valley. Valley is a 5A school. They are 3-1 on the season. This is a non-region game for both teams. 2nd and 4. Riggins throws. What a catch by number 18, Prather Cornwell.
That is a good RPO play right there. You could have handed it off. But now you saw the open guy and you took a chance and it paid off in a big way. Russell County's driving. Let's see what they do.
And they're going hurry up. Bryson Riggins. He's got the two backs. The handoff to Kelston Tarver. Tarver breaks the tackle. Still on his feet. He's right at the sticks.
Number 2 holding.
And he is close to the marker. I believe they're going to give him the first down. That was a great run on first down by Kelston Popcorn Tarver.
Continue to go. I will keep this hurry up going and just keep Valley on their heels. Let's go.
Ball at the 33. Riggins in the shotgun. Riggins handoff to Devin Brown, and he gets taken down for minimal gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
That's fine. A positive play is a good play.
As Russell County is just subbing people in and out as they try to get the play call, and that's a good thing.
And that's what we talked about, that depth earlier. Them having a lot of guys that they can sub in and out, so that it keeps everybody's fresh, and you're able to give the defense different looks. Because you got to think about it. They may be keen on certain guys, but then you may mix somebody else in, and it throws them off.
2nd and 9. Riggins rolls to his left. Riggins feeling the pressure. Whoa, what a nice block. But Riggins will go out of bounds. I thought that Devin Brown gave a nice block to number
Riggins on the
51,
rollout.
Xavier Smith,
Yes.
who looked like he was trying to pressure Bryson Riggins and trying to get a sack. He gets a couple of yards. It'll be a 3rd and 7.
I think this is 2-down territory for
Absolutely.
for Russell County. I anticipate them going for it on 4th down if they don't get it on this 3rd down right here.
Ball at the 30. 3rd down and 7. Bryson Riggins in the shotgun. Trips to the far side. The handoff to Devin Brown, and he gets nowhere. And there's a pile of white jerseys that pull him down. Leading the charge is number 12, Galvin Goss.
Number 14 on the carry, stopped at the line.
And that is going to bring up a 4th and 7. Decision time for Coach Dylan Briggs here on the 30-yard line. And I believe that they're going to go for it. The offense is still out on the field for Russell County.
Oh yeah, you definitely got to go for it right here. You want to try to trust your offense to get you a 1st down here. I'm interested to see the play call that they've dialed up for this 4th down. And it looks like we have a timeout here by Russell County.
We have a timeout. We'd like to thank our sponsors. We have Alliance Specialty Contractor, Dan Menifee, the Dan Menifee Agency, the Columbus Lions, Happy Hour Sports Bar and Grill, Carol Purdue from State Farm, and so many more. We thank you so much for being sponsors. Master Wall Incorporated, Richard Holdridge, Michael Long Jr. making his broadcast debut on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. I was telling you, Coach Long, you are the head baseball coach of the Carver Tigers.
Yes, sir.
I think you found your 2nd wind.
I honestly think I have. I think once my coaching career is said and done, I think I'm gonna have to go get in the booth somewhere, whether it's football, baseball, or both.
We talked about that you love football too. I mean, baseball's your first love, obviously.
Yes.
You played baseball at Russell County, but you could coach football as well. I mean, you know the game pretty well. And,
Yes.
Being a fan of the Carver Tigers, which, by the way, they are taking on the Columbus Blue Devils right now.
Mm-hmm. I honestly think I could, and you never know. That could be something that's in the plans later on. You never know.
All right, it's 4th and 7, ball at the 30. Bryson Riggins in the shotgun with 4 wide receivers. Riggins calling for the play.
You got a false start here.
And we get a false start. I think it's going to back him up 5 yards. It's going to be a 4th and 12.
On offense.
Now, this is going to be a very interesting decision. Do you still go for it, or do you pin him back deep?
It's kind of tough. You're kind of still in plus territory, but that false start does hurt you. Interested to see what they do here. It looks like they're still going to go for it.
And I think if Valley does bring pressure, you go with a wide receiver screen.
I agree.
You get blockers out in front, and you try to pick up the 1st down that way. All right, Bryson Riggins, trip to the far side. Riggins, back to pass, quick throw, and it is intended for number 15.
We do have a flag. It looks like pass
We
interference.
got a flag. He saw the mid-on-one coverage and was a little out of the reach of Cedric Dupins, but there might have been a jersey grab by Valley. Jay Harper is the all-world corner. He's one of the top corners in the state of Alabama. He was on the coverage, but what is going to be the call?
I think it's going to be pass interference here. And I like the decision by Riggins to go with the one-on-one matchup, because in a situation like that on 4th down, you can easily get a penalty. And it looks like it's going to be pass interference here. And if it is, that is going to be big for Russell County.
And it's a 15-yarder, so it will be a 1st down. Interesting rule, if it's like a 3rd and 18, it turns into a 3rd and 3. It's not an automatic 1st down in Georgia, and I believe in Alabama the same, but I could follow up.
Right. And we do have a pass interference here. Again, I like the decision by Riggins to go with the one-on-one matchup. Trust your guy to try to go get it, but also understand that there could be pass interference in that situation. It works out for him. You got to get in his end zone. Continue to drive, and let's go.
You take the risk, but they got that one-on-one matchup with one of the best corners in Alabama, Jay Harper. But it is the 1st down, ball at the 20-yard line. 9:44 left to go here in the 2nd quarter. Bryson Riggins in the shotgun. He's got the single back with 3 wide receivers and extra blocker. Hand off to Tarver. Tarver moves the pile, gets a couple of yards, and he gets taken down at the 16-yard line to bring him second down. We talked about Kelston Popcorn Tarver. He is a sophomore leading the team with 215 yards rushing in 4 games. Russell County is 0-4, but they could easily be 2-2.
That is true. Like Coach Griggs even mentioned it earlier. They've only had 1 game where they've really just got outplayed. That means they've had 3 games up to this far that they've really been able to play good football, just haven't come out on the winning end.
Riggins the pass to Tarver. Tarver's closer to the sticks, and he gets taken out, driven out of bounds. He'll bring up a 3rd and short. That was a good play call by Bryson Riggins to get Kelston Tarver open with some blockers out in space. And that's what you want to try to do.
Yes.
You run the spread offense, and get your speedsters out in space to move the chains.
I think you go Tarver here again. Give the ball in his hands, and they
back.
do.
Yeah, handoff is to Tarver. Tarver, he slips on the turf, and he gets to the 5-yard line, but that will be enough for the first down.
That's the best play right that you can call right there, Richard. You got to go with your playmaker. Give the ball to him. Let him get you a first down and keep this drive going.
They're going hurry up. Riggins, handoff to Tarver. Tarver, and he gets taken down. A big stop on the loss of the play by number 58, Brody Eason. That defensive front for the Valley Rams just plugging up the hole.
Wow, that is a freshman. That is awesome.
Yeah, Valley does have talent. They are a 5A school, but they're 3-1 on the year. They've beaten some great teams like Lynette, Beauregard. Valley is a team that could compete for the playoffs, but these 2 teams, they're in different reclassifications, so they will not see each other in the playoffs, but this is a test for both teams, really. Riggins in the shotgun. High snap. Riggins back to pass. Throws wide open to the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Russell County. Prather Cornwell. He was wide open.
Here we go. I love it. I love it. That is exactly how you want to respond on your next drive. After getting stuffed on your first one, you give up a touchdown, you get the ball back. That's exactly how you want to respond. That's a great job by Russell County.
Bryson Riggins, 7th touchdown of the season. And Russell County is an extra point away from taking the lead. With 7:35 left to go. And Ledger Gabriel back to snap the kick. It's up. And the kick is good. So with 7:35 left to go, Russell County takes the lead over the Valley Rams, 7-6. You're watching high school football here on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. Richard Holdridge, Michael Long Jr. here on the broadcast. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and we will be right back. We're back here at Corbett Stadium, Mitchell Field. Richard Holdridge, Michael Long Jr. as Russell County takes a 7-6 lead over the Valley Rams. A good touchdown pass to Prather Cornwell.
Very good touchdown pass. He was wide open, and that was just a very good play.
Ledger Gabriel, good kick out of bounds, and that's going to be a legal procedure. And Valley is going to have good field position, or are they going to make him re-kick?
Russell County's kick goes out of bounds.
No, it is legal procedure. Not sure what happened on that play.
just not how you want to come back after just scoring a touchdown. But trusting your defense here to get you another stop and get the football back.
And the defense was able to stop Valley on their last possession. But Valley tried to do a little trickery with the fake punt, and it backfired, and Russell County took advantage. That's the one thing, is trade blows for blows. You know this Valley team is going to move the football.
Exactly.
But the lesson learned from last week, giving up 52 points to Wetumpka, they were able to stay in that game, putting up 36, including Bryson Riggins throwing for 5 touchdown passes. Dooley, that was almost tipped. There's a wide receiver screen play, and that is caught by Jaden Thomas, closer to the mark.
Number 1's pass completed. Number 4 good for a gain of about 8 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd and 2 for the Rams.
Cam Dooley, a 3-year starter for the Valley Rams. Saw him back in 2021, and the 2 times that Russell County played Valley, very close games, very competitive. Both were up in Valley, Alabama, Ram Stadium.
I think that Russell County's feeding off their crowd and being able to have a home game against Valley.
Absolutely. Handoff is to Corral. Corral, he gets stuffed. He is going nowhere.
That defensive line, they got in there quick, and the backers was right there behind them. That is a great stop by the Russell County defense.
Big stop by Cameron Reese and Cameron Van. That whole defensive line, I tell you, just Jamarius Oliver. I mean, they've got some bodies up front. They're able to get a big stop. It's 3rd and 3.
See, Russell County has been able to keep Valley in these 3rd down possessions, but you got to get a stop. You got to continuously get those stops here. Let's see what they do.
Dooley's going to take it himself. Dooley finds a block. He gets an open space. He gets tripped up. He does get the 1st down. But if he did not get tripped up there, I think that shoestring tackle saved a touchdown, because I think he was looking at the end zone.
I agree, because I think if he doesn't get touched there, he's running right through the middle, and that's 6.
And Valley does pick up another 1st down, as they are 5 for 6 on 3rd down conversions. As the clock continues to run, 6:03 left to go until halftime. Valley is driving. They're on the 41-yard line in Russell County territory. Pistol formation. Dooley, handoff to Corral. Corral gets bottled up. Corral gets taken down for a loss on the play. What a tackle by number 13, Cameron Van.
You see the stops that they're getting on 1st and 2nd down. Those are the same type of stops they need to get on 3rd down. Because if they can duplicate that this entire rest of the possession, they can definitely get the ball back right here.
Well, especially on a 2nd and long, you know that Dooley's going to try to throw the ball.
Exactly.
So if you can stop them here, you could protect the pass, put some pressure on Dooley. You know he's going to get back into the pocket, show a blitz or 2, and then let your defenders just manage as there's a play
Force a bad throw.
Feeling the pressure, and it is caught in the flat. He gets a block. What a great catch by number 5 for the Valley Rams. And it moves chains.
Valley 1st down.
It was a great play to move the chains for 1st down.
That play right there just shows the poise that he has in the pocket. He saw the pressure and still wasn't fazed by it, and still was able to get the ball to his receiver.
Yeah, we do have a Floyd or a Thomas, probably wearing a different jersey, as we do not have number 5 on the Valley roster. Dooley, handoff. Oh, and he gets taken in the backfield. A big loss on the play. The handoff to Antron Lloyd. And number 4, Christopher Ross. Big stop, and also on the play was Davian Harper, the senior. And that's, like you mentioned, getting that stop on 1st down, setting up a 2nd and long.
They got to continue that throughout the drive. Even when they get in that 3rd down territory, you got to be able to get that type of stop. And don't give Valley the 1st down on 3rd down.
Dooley with 4 wide receivers and a pre-snap whistle.
We got a false start here, it looks like.
We'll go ahead and we will get the call.
False start.
That is going to back up Valley 5 yards. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 17. Well, we've got them in a same situation where it's a 2nd and 17. This is where Russell County's got to keep everything in front of them.
Exactly.
And try to set up a 3rd and long. This could get 4 down territory for Valley.
interested to see what play call Valley has right here.
Trips to the far side. Dooley, he's got time to throw. He does feel the pressure. He's got open space. He throws in the end zone. Touchdown, Valley. As there were 2 defenders for Russell County.
Looks like we have an injury as well.
That is Ian Krim Davis with the touchdown pass. But what a throw by Cam Dooley on a 2nd and 17.
That was a great throw by Dooley. As a defensive player, you cannot let that guy get behind you. You saw the defender. He ran right past the defender and was able to, get in the end zone for a touchdown there. He did get hurt on that play, but let's hope he comes back.
Absolutely. That is Dooley's 7th touchdown pass of the season. And it's a 2-point conversion. That was a play fake that faked us out, but it was a direct snap in the end zone. Hezekiah Avery, and that was the right call. Valley does convert on the 2-point conversion, and they keep it a 14-7 lead.
Well, we can definitely tell you early that Valley is not afraid to try to trick you. That is the 2nd trick play that they've done in special teams.
They did have the fake punt, and they had the direct snap when they attempted the field goal. And with 3:50 left to go until halftime, it's Valley 14, Russell County 7. You're watching high school football on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. We'll be right back. We're back at Corbett Stadium, Mitchell Field. The kickoff to Denver Harper brings it back to the 35-yard line, but we do have a flag on the play. So, Coach, we got a score update. Harris County leading Sandy Creek 21-7.
Wow, that is big.
Ace Charter leading Kendrick 35-0. And there's the Jordan Spencer game, and this is why it's very important to be accurate on Max Preps. It says 25-0. I think it's Spencer.
Yeah, it's saying Jordan right now, but I agree with you. I think that's the other way around.
And Troup County, now this score 49-0 over North Clayton. Troup County lost Teotihuacan for the season.
Yes.
And a lot of Troup County fans think that, well, we lost our all-world quarterback. Our chances to win a state championship is over. Well, not so fast. Troup County's got some great players. Coach Glisson is a great coach. They came out and made a statement tonight against a North Clayton team that's 4-2 on the road.
Wow.
And they're going to miss Teotihuacan.
Yes.
But they're going to continue playing hard. As LaGrange did get the big victory over Riverdale, 42-0 last night. And get this, the Thompson Warriors, the 4-time state champions in Alabama,
I saw that.
Lost to Clay Chalkville.
I was actually watching that game last night, and I just love the back and forth. And it at the end, with just how well Clay Chalkville just dialed up plays, they were destined to win at the end, and it was an exciting win for them.
Riggins, the pass to Cornwell in the flat. Cornwell still on his
feet. Stays up.
He's close to the mark, and he is driven out of bounds, and he does get the first down. Prather Cornwell was the one with the touchdown pass.
Good for Russell
and Bryson Riggins starting to feel another receiver. You have Denver Harper. You have Jamari Burnett. Prather Cornwell is starting to become that third option.
And you can see Riggins is really settling in the pocket. He's not getting fazed by anybody coming to get him. He's making the right reads. He's getting the balls to his playmakers and let them do the rest.
Fresh set of downs for Russell County. Riggins is in the shotgun, trips to the far side. Riggins back to pass, 3-step drop, steps up, throws, and that is too far out of the reach of Jamari Burnett.
He's definitely got a strong arm. I would like to see him put a little bit more touch and get it to his receiver on that one, though.
Riggins pass.
Absolutely. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. 2:49 left to go until halftime. As Russell County trying to respond after giving up that touchdown, it was really a beautiful throw on a 2nd and 17 by Cam Dooley to Ian Krim Davis.
I think Russell County, I know it's not right at 2 minutes, but I think you're going to start seeing them do a lot of hurry-up, 2-minute style plays right here to try to get down the field.
All right, Riggins rolling to his right, throws, and that was intended for Burnett. Incomplete. He'll go out of bounds, and it'll bring 3rd and 10. And this is what you don't want to do. You don't want to give the ball back to Valley.
Incomplete pass brings up 3rd
You don't get any time run off the clock. Valley gets the ball back, and Valley also will get the ball to start the second half. So you don't want Valley to have a double possession. Already up 14-7. Like we mentioned, Russell County trying to get their first win of the season. Valley 3-1 on the season.
This is a big 3rd down for Russell County. You want to try to get some of the yardage, if not all of it for the 1st down, but you definitely want to get some plus yardage right here on this play.
Right. Riggins feeling the pressure, and he gets taken down for a big sack on the play, as that is number 15, Hezekiah Avery, the sophomore, as the clock continues to run, and that forces Russell County to punt.
It's a tough spot that he had pressure early. I mean, the only thing in that situation, you're either going to take the sack or you're going to try to throw it away, but you're not going to gain anything on that. But right now for the punter, you're trying to punt this ball as deep as you possibly can because you want to try to force Valley to go as far down the field they can to try to get another touchdown here. But you definitely, if I'm the defensive coordinator right now for Russell County, I got my guys on the sideline right now and say, hey, these guys cannot score in this 2 minutes. You got to keep them within the end zone, and we got to try to get a stop so that when we come out and if we don't have time to try to get the ball back, we're ready to go.
Timeout here with 2:08 left to go. Here's just a sneak preview. Russell County, their next game is against Sidney Lanier, the Poets. This is the rare Saturday game because they play in Montgomery and they only have one football stadium, the Cramden Bowl in Montgomery. And so Carver Montgomery, Park Crossing, Jack, Percy Julian, they all play in one stadium. And so you have the Thursday night games, the Friday night games, and the Saturday afternoon games.
And one thing that I'm interested in knowing, and how do you prep the week of when you know you're going to play on a Saturday instead of a Friday? Do you
get an extra day to prepare?
Do you get an extra day to prepare, or do you kind of still run the same style practice?
I think that C.J. Chamley was offsides on the play. He had a little early snort, but that's going to be a false start. It's going to back up Russell County 5 more yards.
That's not what you want right now as a Russell County, because even when you punt this ball off, it's giving Valley the opportunity to get plus yardage right off the bat.
Galvin Goss, number 12, back to return this punt for Valley. And that is a high angle punt, and Goss is just going to let it bounce. And it's going to take a friendly bounce, and it's going to go to the 50 all the way to the 42-yard line. That's actually a decent punt.
That's exactly what you want out of your punter. You want to be able to punt that ball, get a nice bounce, get a nice roll. You put them in, I would say, for you, plus territory to try to keep them from getting in the end zone.
That was a great punt by number 83, Jaden Walters. And that flips the field. The ball is on the 43-yard line with 1:54 left to go. Can Cam Dooley get into the 2-minute offense for the Valley Rams? Which, by the way, their next game is in Lineville, taking on Central of Clay County. That is a region game for Valley. Dooley with 4 wide receivers to hand off to Correll. Correll just churns his legs, moves the pile, and gets an easy 5 yards. But the clock continues to run. Let's see if Valley Girls hurry up.
Good for about 5 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Dooley, 4 wide receivers. He could have snapped the ball there as there's a Russell County defender that was jogging off the field. He could have got called for too many men.
Yes.
Dooley in the shotgun with 4 wide receivers. Man in motion. And
I think we're going to have a false start here.
It is going to be a false start. They're going to back Valley up 5 yards.
The snap.
Boy, if Russell County can get a defensive stop here,
that'd be
would
big.
Be huge.
That'd be very huge.
But how aggressive is Valley going to play, knowing they get the ball to start the second half? You're already up 14-7.
I think you're playing the score right here, knowing that you're getting the ball again to start the second half. You can go up two possessions right here, and then get the ball up again, and then you can potentially go up by 3.
There's a nice pass to a wide receiver bubble screen and gets about 5 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
This is the situation that Russell County's been in this entire first half. They've been in a lot of 3rd down situations. Let's see if they can get a stop right here.
That was Tylen Carell, the running back, with that bubble screen pass. We got 4 wide receivers. Dooley in the I formation. Carell with a block. And there's a long pass, and that is intercepted! Trey Gray picks off Cam Dooley, and Russell County gets the ball back with 36 seconds left to go. Not sure if there's enough time for them to get a score, but at least you stop the Valley offense.
That right there was a big play by him. I think that if you're Russell County, you're happy with just getting that interception right there, and it potentially going into the half only down by 7.
And it's really going to give them momentum going into the locker room, knowing that you stopped Valley, and then you could do it again coming out to the second half.
Agree. And I don't think that Russell County's played bad this first half.
Not at all.
I think that the main thing is just not getting those 3rd down stops when they need them. But you know, and not being able to capitalize offensively, you had a lot of lost yardage on that last drive. I'm interested to see what they dial up here to at least get out of this off this side of the field.
You got to understand, Cam Dooley is a 3-year starter. He is a dual-threat quarterback, and he knows this Valley offense. He runs the offense to perfection. All right, Bryson Riggins, hand off to Tarver. Tarver gets a block, breaks a tackle, still on his feet.
Get a block.
Still on his feet. Tarver's at the 30. He's at the 35, the 40. He gets taken out of bounds, and that stops the clock with 26 seconds left to go. What a run by Kelston Popcorn Tarver.
I think that might change the mindset of the offensive coordinator right now, because with a play like that, now you're thinking now, hey, we could get a mismatch here. We may be able to punch this in the end zone before this half ends.
We saw this when LaGrange played Smith Station. T.J. Tucker with a big run in the half. LaGrange was trying to play conservative. That was a big run, and now Russell County is saying, hey, 26 seconds, let's take some chances. Bryson Riggins, hand off to Tarver, and that is going nowhere.
Oh.
That is a loss on the play. Robert White, the big senior defensive end, with the stop.
I think he was able to actually get a couple yards. He looked like he was going to be stopped in the backfield, and I think he was still able to get about a yard or two. It was kind of crazy.
Progress gave him some yardage, but it's going to be a timeout with 19 seconds left to go. So you take some shots into the end zone. What do you think?
I think you got to take a shot with a deep ball. I mean, what do you have to lose? Honestly, even if you throw it deep and Valley makes a play on the ball and gets the interception, you can actually look at it as it's kind of like a punt. Yeah, it's early in the drive, but that's kind of like a punt in that situation. I don't think, even if that does happen, I don't think Valley's going to have enough time to get down the field and score. So you will still go into the half only down by a possession. So I'm interested to see what they call right here. Well, I tell you, that Tarver kid, he can run the football.
Oh, yeah.
He is a really good yards after contact guy, and I like his aggression. He's not scared when he hits that hole, he's hitting it, and he's not scared of contact. He's going to keep pushing until you force him down.
And remember, he is only a sophomore. What he was doing as a freshman last year, backing up Drew Pickett, I mean, that was incredible. He had a lot of great runs last year. 19 seconds left to go, 2nd and 8 for Bryson Riggins and the Russell County offense. He's back to having 4 wide receivers in the shotgun. Riggins, he's got some time. The pocket's going to collapse, and he gets taken down for a sack. There was no receivers open. Nobody got separation, and that pocket collapsed very quickly. Antoine Greenwood with the sack. And that, with 2 seconds left to go, they're going to call, no, they're going to let it go to the half. No,
I think somebody called. I think there was a flag here.
There's a flag on the play. The clock says 0. If it's on the defense, it's an untimed down. Well, let's see what the call is. Referee's got his hands on his hips like he's about to call offsides, but that's not the case. Let's see what this flag is. We would like to thank everybody watching us on YouTube. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We have a doubleheader. Sandy Creek taking on Harris County. Thrift Behringer, Rick Beach up in Hamilton, Georgia for that one. We'll get a score update on that one.
The penalty is
That's going to be a false start.
Fourth down.
It's declined.
I think they're going to put 2 seconds back
They're
on the
going to
clock.
put 2
here.
seconds back on the clock. It's going to be a 3rd down and 13. I wonder if they just run the football and go to the half. Nope, they're going to throw it. Little bubble screen to Devin Brown. Brown, and he gets a little bit of it back, but that is not going to matter. It's going to be to the half. But Russell County was able to stop Valley on that last play. A big interception by Trey Gray. It's 14-7 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Valley leading Russell County. Richard Holdridge, Michael Long Jr. here on the call. And we thank you for watching us. We'll be right back for the start of the second half.
Your auto insurance one-stop shop is the Dan Menifee Insurance Agency. Get the convenience of buying insurance over the phone, along with the comfort of having a local agent when you need it. We represent over 40 of the top companies in the industry. We'll find the policy that's the best fit for you. We can insure anyone. Get more than just the lowest quote. Get the best insurance for your family. The Dan Menifee Insurance Agency. Let our 30 years of experience help you. Call us today.
We're at halftime as the Valley Rams lead the Russell County Warriors 14-7. This is homecoming here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Richard Holdridge, Michael Long Jr. here on the broadcasts. I'll tell you, it's been a very close, contested game. Russell County was able to get a stop, and they're in this ball game.
Yes, they are, and I think that the biggest thing for Russell County right now, the biggest takeaway from the first half is that you only limited their offense to 14 points. You did get some stops. Now you want to try to build on that and get another stop on this first possession, and then get the ball back and try to tie this ball game up. I think that Coach Griggs is feeling good about where his team is at right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially being down 0-14, going up against a team that is probably going to be a playoff team. I think that you're in a good spot right now to actually take control of this game and put pressure back on Valley.
It is homecoming. They're throwing a party behind us.
Oh my goodness, yes they are.
And let's talk about you. This place is very special to you. You played baseball for Russell County. We all know the history. Russell County won a state championship with the Rasmus brothers in 2005. But what was it like playing for Russell County and just that tradition and history of being on a baseball team that competes for state championships?
Well, I learned a lot when I was here at Russell County because I had a lot of guys that were in front of me, those upperclassmen that were next level guys. You had guys like Anthony Greer, who went on to have a phenomenal career, ACC All-American at Auburn, ended up being a first rounder drafted by the Diamondbacks. You had another guy named Jesse Nelson, who was a really good friend of mine, who actually, when I was younger, he actually took me to school. And he went off to Troy, had a phenomenal career. You had several guys in those several years that I was here at Russell County that I was able to learn a lot from, so that when it was my time to necessarily be the guy, I was ready for it. And I actually, you got to think about it, with a team full of guys like that, I actually was able to play a little bit of varsity baseball as a freshman. I was the only freshman. I was the only freshman that got a chance to play some varsity ball. And fun fact, I actually played a varsity game against Valley.
WRBL's Kevin Roble is in the house.
How you doing today?
Yeah, it's great to see you. I know you're covering this game for WRBL. As Michael Long Jr., the head baseball coach of the Carver Tigers, making his broadcast debut. Let's talk about those Carver Tigers. You're in your third season next year. You were on the doorstep of the playoffs. You got a young team. You do have a tough region with Columbus. They went to the Elite Eight last year. We all know about the tradition and history of Columbus, the legendary head coach, Bobby Howard. I mean, they have a Hall of Famer, Frank Thomas. His number is retired on their wall. I know that Columbus is really the standard, but you guys can compete with Columbus. You guys know that you were on the doorstep of the playoffs last year, and your team is only going to get better.
Yeah, we're only going to get better. We've had a very productive offseason. We kind of got started fairly early. So think about it. We ended our season in April. We got started right back in June. I gave them about a month off. I said, we're going to get started in June. We've been running off-season workouts since June.
And then you also talked about getting a hitting facility. I mean, the fact that your team batted over 300 without a hitting facility was incredible.
Yeah, we're in the process of trying to make that happen. We're trying to get people to buy in and pour in to make that project a reality. So we're just, we're making things happen, and it's all for our kids.
All right, Coach. Well, your Carver Tigers is taking on the Columbus Blue Devils right now, and the one thing about Max Preps is they don't update that score, but you got connections where you can get the score update. But the Spencer Green Wave is leading the Jordan Red Jackets 61-14. We've got probably the biggest upset of the day. Harris County in the third quarter leading Sandy Creek 28-13.
Wow. And honestly, we talked about this matchup before. Again, I go back to being home field advantage. When you're at home, especially in high school football, in high school sports period, you have somewhat of an edge. And I think that Harris County is definitely using that right now.
We also have Ace Charter leading Kendrick 49-0. Troup County with a 56-14 lead in the fourth quarter over North Clayton. We've got Cairo leading Shaw 35-0.
I just got an update on the Carver Columbus game. It's almost almost over, and it is 40-0. So that is
Wow.
a big win for us over there at Carver. We was on a 3-game skid, and for us to be able to get back in the win column, that is big, especially going into
And Glenwood is leading. Glenwood is leading Valiant Cross Academy 34-16. We have Smith Station trailing Benjamin Russell in the third quarter 14-7.
Wow, I'm gonna be honest with you. That is actually closer than I thought it would be.
Absolutely.
Because Smith Station this year has given up. I think they're averaging giving up about 43 points a game. So for them to actually be in this ball game is big for them. Let's see what happens in that game.
Central is on a bye this week as they will get ready for Dothan on Thursday, as Valley will get the ball to start the second half, and there's a kickoff, and that is in play. Taken at the 40, runs out to the 50, all the way to the 45, and Valley's going to have great field position to start the second half.
That is great field position.
Kickoff by Russell County,
Anytime you can be on the other side of the 50, it is big for you to be in plus territory. So let's see how they come out in the second half.
Jaden Thomas with the kickoff run back, and that's one thing about this Russell County defense. Trey Gray with the interception to stop Valley. They were driving. They did get into some situations where they got into a 2nd and 17, but Cam Dooley has no fear. He threw it to his wide receiver, Ian Krim Davis, on a 2nd and 17. And let's see what he does here at the 45-yard line. Under center, pistol, Dooley, hand off to Correll. Correll, spin move, still on his feet, still churning the pile, and he makes that easy as he gets the first down. That was a 11-yard run by the running back, Teelan Correll.
That's a big run by him.
Ball on the 34. Dooley in the shotgun, hand off to Correll. Correll gets tripped up, and he is going nowhere. Nothing but maroon jerseys smothers him, including William Valentine, the leader.
Defense makes a stand at the line of scrimmage.
The leader on the defense for Russell County. And that will bring up a 2nd and 11. That was a loss of 1 on the play.
That's one thing that Russell County has to continuously try to do. Put them in a good situation to make long possessions for them.
Dooley, the handoff to Correll. Correll gets a block. Correll with an open lane, still on his feet. And he gets pulled out of bounds for another first down. And that's going to move the chains for Valley. As keep those chains moving for the Valley Rams as they are marching down the field and doing a great job of working RPO with some big runs. And they are able to get Tylen Correll with a couple of big runs on this drive. And the ball is at the 15-yard line.
That's been Russell County's problem tonight. They'll get a good possession where they can kind of get a loss of yards, and then they just give up a big play. They got to limit that. They have to limit that if they want to stay.
3 on the play.
Well, Correll with a 3-yard run, and that will bring up 2nd and 7. This is Georgia Alabama Sports Live, the high school football showcase. Richard Holdridge, Michael Long Jr., Thrift Behringer, Rick Beach are up at Harris County, and there is a big upset going on right there. And another bobble snap by Cam Dooley, still on his feet, but Cam Dooley gets taken down for a big sack by William Valentine. And Russell County took advantage of a bobbled snap and a huge loss on the play for Valley.
And again, now you have to continue.
Warrior fans, let's stand up and make some noise for the
in this
defense.
situation. You have to do it. You don't want to give up a big play on this next play.
It's a 3rd and 15. You're absolutely right. This is where Russell County's defense needs to step up. This could be 4-down territory for Valley, but let's see what they do. Already up 14-7. Dooley back to pass. He's got time to throw, and he fires it in, and it is caught by number 9, Ian Krim Davis, who has the touchdown pass. And that is close to the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
4th and 2 for the Rams.
But it's going to be a 4th and 2, and Valley's going to go for it.
You got to go for it in this situation. You're in the red zone. There's no way you should be trying to. You can't punt right here. And if you trust your playmakers more than your field goal kicker, try to get a first down.
Quarterback direct snap should be the call here as Dooley fakes a man and steps into the end zone. with a touchdown for the Valley Rams, his second rushing touchdown of the game. What a great play call on 4th down by Coach Hunter. And Cam Dooley, with his athleticism, takes it into the end zone.
That's just a big play. And honestly, I think everybody on the field knew that Dooley was going to keep this ball, try to get the first down, and then some. He was able to do that. That's a big possession. That's a big start for Valley in this second half.
On to attempt Xander Newton to snap the hole. The kick, it's up, and it hits the upright. It is no good. Yeah.
Hits the upright. No good.
And with 8:52 left to go, Valley leads Russell County 20-7. You're watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Richard Holdridge, Michael Long Jr. I'd like to thank some of our sponsors: Masterwall Incorporated, Farmers Insurance, the Menifee Agency, Morehouse School of Medicine, Auto Gallery, Chevy Buick GMC, Allstate, Alex Quinney Agency. We have Alliance Specialty Contractor, PNB Broadcasting, and Sports Visions. Don't forget, listen to Thrift Manager DJ Jones Mondays and Thursdays from 4 to 6. Coach, you've been on the show.
Yes, sir, I have. Enjoyed every single. I've been on the show, I think, 3 times, and I enjoy being there with Thrift and DJ. They're great friends of mine now, and I enjoy every moment that I'm able to sit down with them and just have a great conversation.
Well, you know, DJ Jones actually played baseball.
He did. Me and him have talked, and this is one thing that is a testament to our guys. He told me, you got to think about it. He was drafted.
Yes,
he was drafted, and he said his teams were nowhere near as good as what we're headed, and that puts a smile on my face, and that just shows that we're headed in the right direction.
You know what puts a smile on my face? I go to the Chattahoochee Valley Sports Hall of Fame. I see his display.
Yes.
It's a Carver baseball cap.
Man, that's amazing.
Yeah, I love it. The kickoff by Devin Brown. He's got some open lane, and he gets taken out of bounds at the 35-yard line. That is where Russell County starts on offense. They are down by 2 scores, but they've got to find a way to keep it close, get a touchdown here, and try to get a stop against Valley.
I know it's early in the second half, but honestly, if I'm Coach Griggs right now, I'm telling my offensive guys, you have to score on this drive because you don't want to put the ball back in Dooley's hands and force and hope that they don't score again because you do not want to have them pull away.
Bryson Riggins, he does have a touchdown pass to Prather Cornwell. He's got the 2 running back set to give us to Tarver. Tarver with a nice juke move. Oh, he gets a block. He's got an open lane. Tarver's at the 45. He's at the 50. He gets taken out of bounds and a first down for Russell County.
I'm going to tell you right now, if there's not any schools looking at this Tarver kid, I think after this game, he's going to have some eyes on him. This guy has had a phenomenal game.
Well, we have highlight reel of him from last season, too. So, yes, Kelson Tarver, he's only a sophomore. I mean, he had such a great mentor in Drew Pickett last year, who's now at Wake Forest. Oh, and the Valley line jumped. What's going to be the penalty? Was it an abatement to the quarterback, or is it going to be false start? Let's see what the penalty is going to be.
Snap.
It's encroachment against Valley.
5 yards.
Well, give Russell County.
Keep pushing the football. Keep pushing the football.
5 yards. Keep it going. Ball is at the 45-yard line in Valley territory.
I think Russell County has been really good in space. Just try to keep the ball in space. And if you've noticed, Tarver, he's able to bounce out some of those runs into space, and he got a loss of downs right here. They lost yards right here.
That play got blown up by Antoine Greenwood, the junior defensive end. All 6'2", 240 of them just blows that play up in the backfield. And that's a win for Valley's defense. If they can get a loss on first down and make Russell County get into a second and long situation, because Russell County is the type of team, they like to run the football.
They do.
But their quarterback also, Bryson Riggins, likes to throw it as well. Let's see if he throws it here on a second and long. Riggins back to pass over to Tarver. And that is going nowhere. What a tackle by number 20, Zian Mooney.
Loses a few yards on the play.
That loses a few yards, and now it sets up a 3rd and long situation. I'm wondering if this is going to be 4-down territory.
It's at 48, brings up 3rd and 8 for the Warriors.
It's a 3rd and 8. You don't have to get it all here, because if you get close to the 4th down marker, if the ball's at the 40-yard, the first down marker is at the 40-yard line. This could easily be 4 down 10.
I think it's going to depend on what they're doing this 3rd down right here. I don't think if they don't get plus yardage here, I think you punt.
Exactly. Bryson Riggins, he gets a block, throws it down the field. He's got a man open, and it is incomplete. Denver Harper, intended receiver, out of the reach, and now it's 4th and 8.
It's a 4th down for the Warriors.
And I think you're down 20-7.
I think they're going to keep him on.
I think they're going to keep him on the field and go for it. This is an aggressive call. You could punt it and pin Valley deep, but the way Valley's moving the football, I would go for it here because of what Valley's been doing with Cam Dooley running the football.
I don't know if I agree with this play, just because you put him at the 50 if you don't get anything.
Riggins trying to find somebody, and that is overthrown. Intended for Denver Harper. Turnover on downs.
Like I was saying, it's just hard because you got to think about it. You're at midfield. I mean, you could possibly, pin them deep with a punt.
Absolutely.
And force them to go the length of the field. I'm not mad with the gutsy call right there, just because, you got to think about it. You are down 20-7. You're trying to make something happen, but you're putting more pressure on your defense to get a stop right here. Because if you don't get a stop right here, the Valley's going to start pulling away.
Valley will get the ball back. Ball on the 48-yard line. Hey, at halftime, Ramsey is leading Auburn 7-3. Ramsey won the state title for 5A. This is the classification that Valley plays in. So
yes.
That's what we're looking at. Is Corral gets an open lane, and Corral's still on his feet. He churns the pile, and he gets taken down to the 36-yard line in Russell County territory. Feed him the rock.
See, this is why I said it might have been smarter to punt the ball on that 4th down play, because you got to think about it. One play has already got them in your territory.
They're going hurry up. Talene Corral. Now, boy, he is just a bruising running back, a bell cow running back that just bulldozes defenders and gets another 1st down. When you have a running back like Talene Corral, and I'm looking at his stats. He averages 7.6 yards a carry. He's got 519 yards on the season. He's definitely gone over 100 yards in this game.
Oh, yeah. I think both running backs for both teams has put on a very good display of how to play the running back position. And again, it's just, I think that one thing that I like about Valley's running back, he hits the hole hard, and he is hard to stop.
Did get a 6-yard carry on that play. It's a 2nd down and 4. Ball on the 16-yard line as Dooley is in the shotgun. Dooley's going to roll to his right. Dooley, it looks like he tried to get a block, and he tries to get close to the 1st down. It's going to be close. It's going to be a 3rd and short.
Oh, I think they gave it to him.
They did. Okay, so the ball did go over the 1st down marker, and another 1st down conversion for the Valley Rams.
If I'm Russell County, you're trying to do everything you can to limit them. And you don't want to get them in the end zone. You want to try to limit them to 3.
And the Valley kicker has already missed 2 extra points. I don't know if they attempt the field goal, as Corral gets taken down for maybe a minimal gain.
That is a good point. He has missed 2 PATs. It is 4th down territory, in my opinion. So you're playing to try to make sure that you keep Cam Dooley, honestly, Cam Dooley out of that end zone. Because I think in this situation, we've seen it already, they've went with him a lot in the red zone.
And I would put him 7 in the box and just try to get some aggressive plays on defense. Play fake, Dooley feeling the pressure. Dooley fires, and that is caught at the 1-yard line. Wow, what a catch by Ian Krem Davis.
Dooley is just showing that he is not fazed by pressure. He's able to still scramble. He shows that elusiveness. He's able to still find a guy and put the ball on the 1-yard line. And I can almost guarantee that they punch it in on this next play.
1st and goal as Dooley under center. He's got to keep it himself. Dooley.
That's a fumble.
He fumbled it, and did he break the plane? Who has the ball? Did Russell County get it, and is it a touchback? Because he fumbled it. I'm not sure if it broke the play.
Quarterback keeps it on the play.
That's a tough play right there. And honestly, if they say it's touchdown, it's going to be touchdown. We don't have review. But it's going to be interesting to see what they call right here.
Who recovered it? That's the question.
It looked like Russell County fell on the ball.
The official call is a touchdown.
It is a touchdown. It's one of those tough calls where it broke the plane before it fumbled.
And you know, a lot of people are like, this is the reason why we feel like there should be review in high school football, because plays like that could cost you a game or cost you a possession.
That's Cam Dooley's third rushing touchdown. They're going to go for 2. Dooley, and that's incomplete. 2-point try, no good.
2-point conversion is no good.
So with 4:14 left to go here in the third quarter, Valley leads Russell County 26-7. You're watching high school football here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Richard Holdridge, Michael Long Jr. here. We'll be back. You don't want to go anywhere.
Plays like that is the reason why. I think they do it in
Welcome back to Corbett Stadium, Mitchell Field. Richard Holdridge, Michael Long Jr. as Denver Harper with a big run back for Russell County. As we were talking at the break, we've got an upset alert. A big shout out to Thrip Behringer and Rick Beach up in Hamilton, Georgia. 2:26 left to go. Harris County leading Sandy Creek 28-19.
Wow. Those Harris County Tigers are showing you that they are here to try to make a statement this year. They want to get in that playoff. They want to make a run. A win like this against a Sandy Creek team will be big for their program going forward.
I tell you what, I cannot wait until Harris County and Northside next week.
That is going to be a big matchup.
Tarver, and he gets taken down by the linebacker, number 51, Xavier Smith, for a minimal gain.
Gain of 5 yards.
So you see Matei Yeomans for Harris County going up against Kingston Rivers of Northside.
Ooh.
So you saw that truck stick move that Kingston Rivers did. That is low for Denver Harper. Is going to bring up third down.
Yeah, you mentioned Kingston Rivers truck, and that man, and he just kept pushing his feet. It's not like he stopped after he hit him. He just kept going to get in the end zone. That is the type of running back that I guarantee you any college would want in their program.
And that is the right joystick on Madden when they have the truck stick.
Oh my goodness, man! That kid is phenomenal. I actually know his father. I know
Jonathan Bamber.
Yes, I know his father. Fun fact: a few years ago, when he had his radio show, I was on his radio show 2 times.
Nice.
So I have a nice relationship with him. And I've been able to see him on the Little League baseball circuit coaching his kids. So I've known Kingston for a little while, and I'm just happy to see that young man doing a great job. And I guarantee you, when it's all said and done, he'll be going to college to play somewhere.
Absolutely. And you know what, Coach Long? I think you found your second coming.
I think I have
think
to.
That you are a natural at this broadcasting thing. I've had you on my podcast a couple of times. You've been on Sports Visions. I mean, you're very articulate in talking, and you really are passionate because you love sports.
I love sports, man, and honestly, I think this is just a calling for me to just be able to stay in sports in anything, whether it's coaching, broadcasting, and honestly, I'm loving this. Thank you and Thrift again for allowing me to do this today, and I'm loving every second of it.
We did have high school game day here at Russell County. Coach Michael Long Jr. was our celebrity guest picker. That was a lot of fun. This is a third down. This is a huge third down for Russell County. Bryson Riggins in the shotgun. Back to pass. He's got to throw it right to Denver Harper. 2 feet down.
Wow.
And he makes the catch.
That
First
is a
down.
heck of a catch by number 1 right there. That kid, Harper right there, that is a great catch by that young man to get this, to push the sticks and get the first down. I love it.
He made sure that both feet were in bounds, and that was a quick throw. Bryson Riggins, he gets the first down, ball on the 50. Riggins rolls to his left, throws it over to Denver Harper, and he's churning the pile, and he tries to get extra yardage. He gets about a 5-yard gain, and this is what Russell County needs to do, is just quick slants, try to pick up some extra yardage, get some yards after catch, and get blockers out in front, because you have speedsters out there, like Kelston Tarver.
At this point of the game for Russell County, you got to get a lot of guys involved. You got to put Valley on their heels, because you need to get in the end zone, especially on this drive right here.
Bryson Riggins, he's got 4 wide receivers. Single back. The handoff is to Tarver. Tarver right at the marker. It's going to be about a 3rd and short. Gets a 3-yard gain.
And I know it's still in the 3rd quarter, but if I'm Russell County, I'm looking over at the clock. I don't want to waste any time. I want to try to get my next play dialed up so I can give it to my guys so we can make things happen.
Let's go, hurry up. 3rd and 2. Riggins, handoff. No, he's going to take it himself. Riggins trying to get, and he lost a couple yards. It's going to bring up a 4th down and about 4. Decision time for Coach Griggs.
I would like to see Riggins be a little bit more aggressive on that play. I think he kind of saw the guy and said, let me kind of just go out a little. He lost yards based off of what he did. I think he need to lower the shoulder and just try to get that 1st down on that play.
Absolutely. Russell County is 0 for 2 on 4th down conversions. Let's see what they do here. As we are actually double boxing it here, Georgia Alabama Sports Live, as we got the Harris County Sandy Creek game, and it is final. Harris County pulls off the upset over the state champions. As Russell County still there, no, and he doesn't get it. I'm not sure about that play call. He gets taken down for the sack, and once again, Russell County cannot convert on a 4th down.
That's just a tough play for Russell County. If you look at the quarterback, he looked like he didn't know what to do with the football. You see him pump fake twice, and he's just like, at that point in time, you got to throw that ball. That thing might is 4th down. You're either going to get the 1st down or Valley gets the ball back. Throw the ball, see what happens in that situation.
Turnover on downs, and the Valley Rams get the football back, already up 26-7. So Cam Dooley and the Ram offense out there. Dooley back to pass, steps up, throws, and that is tipped, and that was a good play by Jay Harper to save what would have been an interception. He just batted it down.
Exactly.
Because it looked like the Russell County defender, number 23, almost had the interception, Bryson Cochran.
And you see that a lot. Sometimes the receiver turns into a defender, and he's just making sure that the actual defender, doesn't get a big play on that one with an interception, which can actually change the momentum back to Russell County if that would have happened.
2nd down and 10 at the 49. And Dooley's going to take it himself. Dooley is going to run. Dooley makes a move, and he dives to the marker, gets close to the 1st down. He's going to set up 3rd and 1.
Ball spotted at the 41-yard line.
He's already got a touchdown pass. He's got 3 rushing touchdowns. He really has been the electric offense that the Valley Rams need. And he is just an athlete. He's also a member of the state championship basketball team that went undefeated.
So he knows what winning looks like, and he's not going to be satisfied until they do their job.
And off to Correll, he gets the 1st down. He's churning the pile, and he is at about the 33-yard line. Another 1st down, and Valley is moving the chains as the clock winds down here in the 3rd quarter.
Number 8 on the carry picks up a 1st down for Valley.
With it being, only 33 seconds left in this 3rd quarter, I hate to say it, but I think if Valley scores right here, it may be a little too late for Russell County. And you never know. Things can happen. You can put a couple good drives together and keep yourself in the ball game. But I think that Valley is just pulling away a little too much right now, and they're showing why they're 3-1, and they're showing that winning mentality right now. And let's see what happens on this 1st down.
And, Valley has beaten some good teams. They've beaten Lynette, they beat Beauregard, they beat Sylacauga last week. Their first game they lost was the season opener against Hanley, who won a state title in 4A in 2020, by the way. That's a very good team, as we do get a timeout on the field.
I think we got
That's the end of the third quarter.
Actually, yeah, it's the end of the third quarter. They let the clock run down. So Valley is leading Russell County 26-7. Here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, Richard Holdridge, Michael Long Jr. I'd like to thank some of our sponsors. The Columbus Lions, which is the longest running pro franchise here in the Fountain City. Damian, the Nighthawk Daniels, your Carver brethren is, I was actually on the sidelines here to coach up the defensive backs. He is the new head football coach of the Columbus Lions. Happy Hour Sports Bar and Grill. By the way, Thrift Marriage and I will be at Happy Hour this Tuesday at 7. We really appreciate them for letting us do a live show there. Sports Visions with Thrift Manager and DJ Jones. You can catch it Mondays and Thursdays from 4 to 6 on Smooth R&B 92.1 and PNB Broadcasting, which is the fine broadcasting company that has Sports Visions and other Boomer 102.5, which I listen to the Georgia game on that as well. Terry Johnson Agency, Zaxby's, Behringer Construction, State Farm Agency with Carol Purdue, Alliance Specialty Contractor, Allstate, Alex Quinney Agents, Auto Gallery, Chevy, Buick, GMC, Morehouse School of Medicine, Farmers Insurance, the Menifee Agency, and Masterwall Incorporated. Start of the fourth quarter, there's a nice throw by Cam Dooley in the flat. It looked like it was a play-action pass. And Valley gets close to the first down as Ian Crimp Davis with the reception.
Well, Richard, I got a question for you. How do you feel about, I know we're at a high school game, but you know what Fridays are leading up to in the weekend. How do you feel about some of these college matchups coming in tomorrow?
Well, I know that Colorado's going to have their hands full with USC. I love the Georgia-Auburn game as that pass right. Oh, in the Bragg basket of C.J. Chambly for a Valley touchdown. And Cam Dooley, have yourself a day. I'm telling you, if we had fantasy football in high school, he's got 2 touchdown passes, 3 touchdown runs. He's accumulated for 5 touchdown passes, 5 touchdowns.
If we had fantasy in high school, he would make whoever had picked him up a very happy man. This kid has had himself a day. You continue to shine, brother.
Valley is an extra point away from going up 33-7, and like you mentioned, that could have been the touchdown that really has decided this game.
I think it has. Now, if I'm Russell County, I'm still going to play aggressive. Absolutely. I want to try to score. I want to try to put myself back in the ball game. Now, as a coach, you can understand. You know, it's in the fourth quarter. You only got 11-17 left. It's 33-7. At this point, you're kind of playing for pride. You're kind of playing for momentum going into the next week. So just do everything you can to, when you leave this game, to be in a good spot. That's the biggest thing that you want to get out of this game right now.
We got a score update. The Utah Utes, they are losing to Oregon State 7-0. I'm telling you, DJ Uiagalele's really, he's been the difference maker for Oregon State. And Utah, you know, if they lose this game, I mean, I think that the Pac-12 is wide open. You talk about the college football games on Saturday. I'm looking forward to the Deep South Oldest rivalry. Georgia, a true road game.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to Duke and Notre Dame. I mean, college game days at Duke.
Yeah, for the first time.
First time.
For the first time, and that's big for Duke. Just being able to have college game day on your campus for the first time. You're playing good football, and you're playing up against a really good team who's coming off of a loss to Ohio State. They're looking to respond, but you're looking to come in on your home field and make a statement against a really good quality program.
Squib kick, and it's going to be a high kick. That's a live football, and Valley falls on it. Unbelievable. That was a live football. And Valley, Hezekiah Avery falls on it, and Valley's going to get the football back.
Richard, I think that for Russell County, that is a big blow, because you got to think about it. The way Valley's offense has been moving down the field, you're putting them almost in the red zone automatically, and they just scored, so they're riding that momentum. I hate to say it, but I think that Valley's probably going to get another 6 right here in the next few plays.
We do have some finals over in Georgia, remember, because they kick off at 7,
Yes.
they kicked off at 8. Spencer, they beat Jordan 61-14. They go to 4-2. Ace Charter defeats Kendrick 49-0.
Wow.
I still think Kendrick at 2-4. I mean, that's a good season.
Yeah, that's not bad for Kendrick. That's not bad for Kendrick at all.
Dooley thought about it, and he's going to run, and he just makes that look easy. It looks like he was under pressure. He's able to get a couple of yardage, and fights to see another day in the second half.
And I like that from Dooley. He's up 33-7. He's not trying to force anything right
Not at
now.
all.
He's just trying to keep the clock moving, one. He's trying to get positive yardage, and he's trying to get his team back in the end zone. He doesn't want to force anything to give the ball back to Russell County.
Second down and 4. That was a 6-yard gain by Cam Dooley. He's got 4 wide receivers. Dooley back to pass. Throws it to Jaden Thomas. And Jaden Thomas close to the marker. That's going to bring him a 3rd down.
If I'm Russell County, you understand they're in the red zone. It's a 4-down territory. They're probably not going to kick a field goal right here. You want to get a stop. Keep them out of the end zone.
And I want to remind everybody, this is a non-region game.
It is.
Russell County still has region opponents like Sidney Lanier, Pike Road, Park Crossing. They control their own destiny if they want to try to get into the playoffs. It's not. This is not over. If they go to 0-5, their season's not over.
A lot of teams early on they play their non-region games, and they give themselves a chance to kind of see where they're at before they get into region play. Russell County is not out of the fight. They can turn this thing around in a big and major way and still have a chance at the end of the season to say, hey, we're 1 win away from making the playoffs. It can happen.
And Tylen Carell just said on that play, I declare first down.
First down, man. And he's had a phenomenal game.
9:14 left to go here in this game. Dooley hand off to Carell. Carell churned it, and he's close to the end zone. He's at the 1-yard line. I tell you, it's really been the Cam Dooley to Lynn Carell show for the Valley Rams.
It has. They've got a couple other players involved, but honestly, if you look at each drive, both of them are touching the ball. Y'all think about it. Dooley being the quarterback, he's going to touch the ball every time. He's making decisions, but Carell has literally touched the ball, I would say, between 3 to 5 times each drive, if not more.
Dooley, hand off to Carell. Carell walks it in the end zone for the touchdown. And that is all she wrote as Valley is up 39-7. Look, this was 14-7 at the half.
Yes, it was.
I don't know what Valley said. I don't know what Coach Hunter said to Valley in their locker room, but they really made the halftime adjustments. They were able to take advantage of some miscues by Russell County.
They've made every adjustment you could think of. And like you mentioned, it was literally 14-7 coming into this second half, and they have just pulled away big.
Snap, the hold, the kick, it's up, and the kick is good. So with 8:30 left to go, Valley leads Russell County 40-7 as you are watching the high school football showcase here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Richard Holdridge, Michael Long Jr. will be right back.
Your auto insurance one-stop shop is the Dan Menifee Insurance Agency. Get the convenience of buying insurance over the phone, along with the comfort of having a local agent when you need it. We represent over 40 of the top companies in the industry. We'll find the policy that's the best fit for you. We can insure anyone. Get more than just the lowest quote. Get the best insurance for your family. The Dan Menifee Insurance Agency. Let our 30 years of experience help you. Call us today.
Welcome back to Corvette Stadium, Mitchell Field, here on the campus of Russell County. It is homecoming. Richard Holdridge, Michael Long Jr., a proud Russell County alum and the current head baseball coach of the Carver Tigers. He's got a big win over Columbus. another squib kick. You got to fall on that one as Denver Harper does have it. He's got an open lane, and Harper still on his feet. He is not giving up, and that's a good sign.
Number one,
Russell County had a miscue on their last kickoff, and Valley made them pay.
If I'm Russell County right now, I'm just trying to find ways to get positive yardage, get down the field, and potentially score. This game is out of reach, but like I said earlier, you're playing to try to get some type of momentum going into the next week where you're going into, I believe, a region game with Sidney Lanier. You need to make sure that your guys leave out of this game feeling good about themselves going into the next week.
They will play the Poets of Sidney Lanier on a Saturday, so they do get an extra day to prepare. Here's Denver Harper. He's got some space. He makes a man miss, and he gets a first down. That's how you start a drive, getting that wide receiver screen pass to Denver Harper and a new fresh set of downs.
One thing that I like that Russell County has utilized, they've utilized Harper more in the second half. First half, it was Tarver. It was kind of just running the ball. Now they're trying to throw the ball, get the ball in space, and force Valley to make some tackles here.
Devin Brown's got an open hole, and he gets a first down. What a run by Devin Brown, the second leading rusher on this team.
That's 2 back-to-back first downs on 2 back-to-back plays. I like that they're driving down the field. This is big for Russell County. Just try to keep doing that and get down the field and try to score right here.
Riggins will throw it to Devin Brown, trying to get blockers. He does get some blockers. He makes a man miss. And he goes over to the 36-yard line. Now that is another first down. So Russell County with 3 first downs on this drive on their first play. They are methodically moving the ball down the field. This is giving them momentum. As the handoff is to Tarver. Tarver gets some blockers. Still on his feet. Tarver, he's at the 10, 5, touchdown, Russell County.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. They ran only a few plays. I think they ran 4 plays. You had 3 first downs and then a touchdown. That's exactly what you want from your offense. Down by a big margin. You're probably not going to win this game, but like I said, keep trying to build momentum for the next week.
And the key is to not give up in this game. You could go back to film and see some positive points, like last week putting up 36 on Wetumpka. That was a good sign that can carry over to the next week as they prepare for Sidney Lanier on Saturday in Montgomery.
I'll tell you what, Richard, just watching this Russell County team, I think they're a couple pieces away from really being a great team. I've seen a lot of good things. I think right now what may be hurting them is experience in some areas. You got to think about it. They still are a young team, and they're playing against a team where you have a quarterback who is seasoned. He knows how to play the position. You're playing against a running back who is just eating up yards. I really think that this Russell County team is actually better than what some people may think.
Like Coach Griggs said on High School Game Day, they still have a very young team.
They really
don't
do.
have a whole lot of seniors.
They don't.
But I tell you what, I mean, we did have some great games in high school football all around the area, including Auburn taking on Ramsey. I'm trying to get a score update on that one. Central is on a bye. They will play Dothan next week. We do have a score update as Benjamin Russell is leading Smith Station 28-7 with 7 minutes to go in the game. Glenwood was leading Valiant Cross Academy 34-6. It's their homecoming. Glenwood is 5-0. Thrip Behringer and I were at the Swamp a couple of weeks ago for that game against Lee Scott Academy. That was a statement win. I mean, when you talk about teams here in this area that I think they could compete for a state championship, you got to put Glenwood up there. Central, Schley County. I mean, there's just a lot of great teams. And I tell you what, Thrip Behringer, Rick Beach, that was a huge game that they called up in Harris County. A huge upset. Harris County defeats Sandy Creek 28-19. Be sure to watch the Prep Zone with WRBL, Jack Patterson, Tyler Redmond, and Sports Overtime with Jonathan Hoppy and Tony Reese. If you're a highlight guy like I am, I love sports.
Oh, I am.
I love watching the highlights, and I love the 3-minute segment that Dave Plata does for Fox 54, the Friday Night Lights show. show that he does on Thursdays, that is incredible too. It's great seeing Dave Plata doing the high school football highlights as well.
Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but over there at WTVM, Tony Reese, that's actually my really good friend. He was actually the best man in my wedding, so shout out to Antonio. Man, honestly, you know why I'm able to kind of sit here and do this broadcast? A lot of people don't understand. Me and him, we talk about sports all the time. I pick a lot of stuff off from him, and he's a great guy. I have a lot of respect for him, Jonathan Hoppy. I have a lot of respect for Jack Patterson and Tyler over there at WRVL. And they do a phenomenal job, and they do a phenomenal job covering all sports in the Chattahoochee Valley.
And Corral with the carry, and he gets an easy 5 yards. Now, Russell County is still not giving up in this game. There's 7 minutes to go. Their defense is swarming to the ball, but it's hard to bring down a guy like Talib Corral, who he averages 7.8 yards a carry. He's one of the best backs in 5A.
Think about it. You got to understand, for Russell County right now, it's 40-14. You only got about 6.5 minutes left in the game. You're playing for pride. You want to still try to swarm to the football. You want to force a turnover. You want to force a turnover on downs. Anything you can do to build off that momentum.
Well, Jay Harper gets it, and he's got blockers, and Jay Harper, he's got nothing but green grass. He's at the 30, he's at the 20, he makes a man miss, and he gets taken down at the 10-yard line. And that was a little trickery there on the play. A jet sweep, and Jay Harper, you know, he's getting some involvement on offense. Jay Harper, the 3-star corner, that is one of the top corners in the state of Alabama. Has 5:43 left to go here in this game. Did we get a flag? Are they moving it back?
It looks like they are.
I'm wondering if it's a hold. Probably going to be a hold on Valley.
Actually, they're moving it forward.
Okay, so the play will stand.
Okay, never mind. I got you.
Conduct on Valley, and it's going to back about 15 yards.
Got you. Umpire faked me out on the ref
really
faked me out on that one because it looked like he was moving forward as if it was on Russell County.
I tell you what, this week, week 7 in high school football, it's been nothing but upsets. Not just Harris County over Sandy Creek, but Clay Chalkville over Thompson. What?
Man, you got to think about it. You're playing a team that's in 7A. I know you're in 6A, but you're playing a 7A powerhouse. Thompson has built themselves a dynasty over there,
Absolutely.
and they're doing a phenomenal job. So for you to come in and beat them, that says a lot about what you're doing with your program and where you're headed. I think that Clay Chalkville could definitely be in the conversation for a state championship.
So Jay Harper, he's ranked the 31st best player according to Rivals.com. He is verbally committed to Wisconsin. So he's going to go play for Luke Fickle and be a Wisconsin Badger. And so Jay Harper, I mean, I've followed this kid since his sophomore year when I was the PA announcer. I've seen Russell County play Valley twice already. Mm-hmm. And both games were very competitive. Jay Harper actually had a pick 6 last year as Valley was able to beat Russell County. So yeah, he's going to Wisconsin. The handoff to Corral. Oh, he's got an open hole. Oh, but you know, you got to give credit to the Valley offensive line. These holes are just opening and opening fast.
Yes, they are.
And Talib Corral just again bulldozes his way and finds positive yardage.
Give a good special shout out to that offensive line over there at Valley. Like you said, they're creating holes and they're creating them fast. They're big. They're making sure that their running backs feel comfortable when they get that handoff exchange. They have a hole that they immediately know they can get into and they can get some positive yardage.
I tell you what, the Valley Rams, this football team is about to go to 4-1. They're taking on Central Clay up in Lineville. This is a team that could make a deep run in the state playoffs in football. They already did it in basketball, but usually when you win a state championship in basketball, it carries over to football because you got tremendous athletes. The handoff to Corral, and he gets a couple of yards. They're just winding the clock. Up 40-14 with 4:12 left to go in this game.
Yeah, at this point, if I'm Valley, I'm just trying to keep the ball in the middle of the field. I want to run the clock down. Let's get out of here, feel good about ourselves, and let's go into region play next week.
As Russell County will take on Sidney Lanier in region play on a special Saturday edition of high school football at the Cramden Bowl. Love those Saturday afternoon games, I'll tell you. As the handoff is to the backup running back, that's number 13, Antron Lloyd, the 5'7" junior. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 3 for Valley as the clock continues to tick away. Don't forget that Thrip Behringer and I will have our live show at Happy Hour Sports Bar and Grill on Tuesdays. Also our CB Hoops Perfect Practice with Coach Black, Coach Thomas on the campus of Pacelli. We saw one of your Tony Montgomery, who plays for Carver, also on the basketball team. You're a basketball fan too.
I am.
I think Carver's going to be good at basketball.
I think we are. That's a good run.
He does get the first down, but he was able to move the pile, the backup running back, Antron Lloyd.
Yeah, I think we're going to be good in basketball this year. We're returning a lot of guys from that team from the previous year. I think that they're just hungry. You can see it in the school already that these kids they're getting ready. They're working out already. I think they're going to be a team that everybody's going to be talking about when that season kicks off.
Well, remember, they only won 6 games in the regular season. They got the upset in the region tournament, and they were able to get the 4 seed in the playoffs. So that they definitely have a lot of positives to look at, and especially getting a player like Tony Montgomery coming over from Spencer is a huge addition to the Carver Tigers basketball.
Very huge addition.
All right, Dooley, the handoff to Goss. I think Goss is on the carry. 13 is going to be Lloyd again.
Around the line of scrimmage, brings up 3rd down.
And the clock, we're under 2 minutes now here in the 4th quarter. The Valley Rams lead the Russell County Warriors 40-14. Russell County will go to 0-5. Valley will push their record to 4-1. And I'm a little curious to see what Valley's schedule looks like. We do know they play Central of Clay. The Valley Rams, they did get a big win over Beauregard. Beauregard won the division, won the region last year. All right, as the clock winds down, 1:20 left to go here in this game as Dooley under shotgun. The handoff is to the big running back. That's number 13, Antron Lloyd. And at this point, I'll bring up a 4th down. We're at the minute mark, and Valley's going to try to go for it, or are they going to get backed up? Because I think there's a penalty on the play. So they're just going to let the clock run down.
No, I think it was a timeout. It might have been a timeout by Russell County on this one.
Timeout by Russell County. They are going to the sidelines. We'd like to thank our sponsors, the Columbus Lions, the longest running franchise in the Chattahoochee Valley, Happy Hour Sports Bar and Grill, Sports Visions, Terry Johnson Agency, Zaxby's, Behringer Construction, State Farm Agency with Carol Purdue, PNB Broadcasting, Alliance Specialty Contractor, Allstate, Alex Quinney Agent, Auto Gallery, Chevy, Buick, GMC, Morehouse School of Medicine, Farmers Insurance, the Menifee Agency, and Master Wall Incorporated.
I actually like that timeout by Coach Griggs. Don't just give it to him. Don't just let the clock run down. Exactly. It's a 4th down coming up. See if your defense can get this stop. You're going to get the ball back. You're going to have to try to go down the length of the field in I would say less than a minute. But you're showing your kids that you're going to fight to the end, and they can feed off of that, and they can build off that in the weeks to come.
Right, here we go, a 4th and 2.
It looks like we're going to have a field goal here.
We're going to have a field goal attempt. Very interesting, and really giving your kicker practice to kick field goals, because you never know when they'll get in a situation where it could come down to a field goal.
You're right.
Snap, the kick is up.
That's good.
And the kick
is no good. No, it's no good. It's no good.
No good. Russell County will take over 50 seconds left to go.
I'm going to say this right here, Richard. I think that prior to the timeout, I don't think that they was even thinking about kicking that field goal. So I think Coach Griggs actually did a smart thing by calling the timeout to force the field goal. They haven't kicked field goals well all game. So now you get the ball with 58 seconds left. Let's see what type of plays you want to run. And these are the type of plays that I like to call feel-good plays. Let's see how we're going to finish this game off. Are we going to finish this game off driving down the field? Are we going to finish this game off giving the ball back? Let's see what happens.
Well, if Russell County did what they did on their last possession, I think that they can move the football. There's the option play to Devin Brown. Brown goes to the sideline and gets about 5 yards. The clock is still running.
Gain of 5 on the play brings up 2nd and 5 for us.
Definitely going to have to put a little bit of time left back on that clock.
He stepped out of bounds. That clock should have stopped probably at 48 seconds.
I'm going to say this before this game's in. This Russell County team, this program, I went here. I've seen this program before. When I was here, this program was not playing football like this. You got to think about it. Coach Griggs' first year, win 6 games. Second year, I think they
only won 3, but they had a lot of injuries.
But they had a lot of injuries. You got to think about it. But still, he sends guys to the next level. So you got to think about it. You have Drew Pickens that's at Wake Forest right now. Oh, catch that ball.
He bobbled it, but he made the catch, but then he bobbled it again. I think that they're gonna call it incomplete. He did not control the ball.
He didn't control it. But like I was saying, Coach Griggs has these guys playing football. He is a couple players away, a couple experienced players away from really turning this program around the way he wants it to be. I tip my cap to Coach Griggs. I like what I'm seeing out of this team. Yes, they may be 0-5 at the end of this game, but I guarantee you that when they get into region play, they're going to play some quality football, and I think they're going to come out with a couple wins, and they may be in a conversation for possibly getting one of those spots in the playoffs.
Well, like you mentioned, Coach Long, Russell County's been known for a baseball school. I mean, it's great to see them play at a high level. A nice catch by Denver.
Very nice catch.
Very nice.
This kid has had a phenomenal second half. I think that going into the next week, when they watch this film and they see some of the plays he's made, I think they're going to try to dial up more plays to keep him even more involved going into the upcoming weeks.
Yeah, you mentioned Drew Pickett. He's playing at Wake Forest. You have Brandon Barnes, who played in the NFL and the XFL, and he's actually on the coaching staff. Riggins, there's a catch by Denver Harper, and that's past the sticks.
And Coach Barnes actually has ties to a coach that coaches in Muskogee County, Coach Garner. They played college football together.
That's exactly right. And then, of course, we know about the Rasmus brothers. They won the state championship in 2005. Also, on the member of the USA Champions, the Little League World Series back in 1999.
Mm-hmm.
And Colby Rasmus had a great career he had over a 10-year career.
He did.
Riggins, that is picked off. As they're playing center field right there.
And we got a player down.
We do have a player down. Aiden Welch, the freshman, picked off Bryson Riggins. But we do have a Russell County player down with 9 seconds left to go. As they attend to them, we're going to go ahead and take a break here. You're watching high school football and Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
It's one thing you don't want to see this late in the game, especially on the last drive of the game. You don't want to see none of your players get hurt.
And
but
we'll go ahead and keep it here. But Coach Long, what does this mean to you, like being back at Russell County, part of homecoming? I think the party behind us is probably going to go on at 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't think they're going to shut it down.
It means a lot to me. It's actually been a while since I've been able to get back down here. Just being a coach and always staying busy, it's kind of hard to come back. But I've enjoyed tonight, and I think that just seeing the atmosphere in the stands, seeing the atmosphere over here behind us at the tailgate, and just seeing the excitement that Russell County football is bringing to the school is a great sight to see. And I honestly think that Russell County athletics as a whole is headed in the right direction. And I will say this one more time. It did not look like this when I was here. So I'm happy to see this right now.
Well, Dooley is going to take a knee, and that is going to be the ball game. The Valley Rams come down into the county and defeat Russell County by a score of 40-14. And really, it was that second half as Cam Dooley has accumulated for 5 touchdowns and Valley goes to 4-1. They're taking on Central Clay County next week up in Lineville. Russell County goes to 0-5. They will take on Sidney Lanier in Montgomery, Alabama. Coach Long, I've got to say this was an incredible broadcast. You were phenomenal on the broadcast. Definitely want to do a game with you again.
Yes, sir.
And we got some games coming up. I mean, this is something that I feel like you're a natural at this, and we had a great broadcast.
Yes, we did, and I thank you again for allowing me to do this. And I would love to do another game. As long as the schedule allows, I would definitely be doing another game with you. Y'all heard it here first. We will be doing another game together. This was fun. I enjoyed everything about it, and I think you're right. I think I might have found my second caller when I hang up the whistle, when I stop coaching. I think I'm gonna get in the booth somewhere.
Absolutely. Well, this broadcast could not be possible without our super producer extraordinaire, Toygar. He is the man behind everything. He has done everything. We thank Toygar so much for an incredible broadcast. For Michael Long Jr. and Richard Holdridge, we are saying so long from Russell County. Once again, the Valley Rams defeat the Russell County Warriors 40-14. It's been a great day of high school football for Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Threat Behringer, Rick Beach called the upset of all upsets in the Chattahoochee Valley with Harris County defeating Sandy Creek. And it's been a great evening of high school football. We will see you next time here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Good night, everybody.
Good night.